Hello friends, it's Sasha Fishler and Art Fishler School channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and let's start. Today we will paint watercolor landscape with brushes number 12 and 5 and 3. So for this picture you will need pencil, eraser, watercolor, watercolor paper, brushes and water. And first we will start from the sketch. Okay, so first we make a horizon line. And in the middle we will have river and mountains. So now please start your river on the right side, little bit upper, and a little bit more than middle I'll go. And don't forget about perspective. So in perspective our river going smaller and smaller and smaller when it goes up. We making 2 turns which going up somewhere to the middle. Please try to make your turns very beautiful and don't be scared to go really far to the left side, really far to the right side, but don't forget about perspective. Now mountains. Make very easy lines because it's watercolor and should be transparent, so very easy light lines. On the first plan 2 small mountains full of trees and grass. On the second plan 1 more. So just try to follow my tutorial, but let's leave a little bit more sky. It's not much sky in this picture, but just a little bit would be great. I'll recommend you to follow my Patreon, because here I cannot show you my reference, but you can find it on my Patreon. I'll add the link in description. So some mountains go into the closer to the first plan. So on the first plan we have rice fields, and we doing some lines to show the difference between the colors, but you can do it without any lines. I will show you later how to work with this by colors. So now we're doing some tourists who are sailing on these small boats on the river. Just small horizontal lines with a very small vertical silhouettes. Okay, and let's start color. So first I'm doing sky and mountains wet, and it will be almost same color because those mountains are very far from me. I'm starting with the sky blue for the sky, but going lower. And here for this mountain I will use some purple, some ultramarine and dark green color. You can see how I'm mixing them. And here we need to make gradient. So when you making something low, the color should be a little bit dark, but when you go in upper, it should be a little bit lighter. And also with the almost dry brush, you see how I'm doing this, you're making some, let's say, holes on top of these mountains. Okay, and each next layer, when we going down, will be more and more green. But now we will do light. So watercolor, we always starting with the light. And those mountains, I'd prefer to color first with green and yellow color. Just full transparent green and yellow color everywhere. And after it will dry, we will add some shadows on it. But it should be light because it's far from us and it cannot be too dark or too bright. And next layer is a little bit more yellow, and when we go in closer, it's more yellow and more bright. So the next step is our rice fields, and first I'm doing just lemon yellow with a little bit of bright green, and again doing gradient from bright and intensive to a little bit more transparent when I'm going upper. And somewhere I'm adding some bright green and even dark green for the first plan. It's more natural. And here please try to make it on wet, so please color your yellow fast and don't let it dry. And when you will do those green lines, you will see how beautiful they go to the sides. It's real watercolor effect when they go in up and down, as you can see. And now I should go back to the mountains because here is still wet, and that means I cannot color the river. I will let those rice fields dry. So now I'll do some mountains and trees here on the first plan. So here I'm just making it with green, and first I'm coloring big space, and then when I'm going up, don't forget to leave some light. And next mountain, also with the same color, still green. But a little bit lighter than previous. Okay, so now it's time for the mountains. For all of them, we will do gradient from intensive to light colors. When you're going up, we making color lighter. So first, when we have a lot of color on the brush, we starting lower, and then when we're going up, we don't forget to leave those light which we color before. And when we're going upper for the mountains which are far from us, more far from us, we need to always add some blue or ultramarine. But my ultramarine, to be honest, not so intensive. But just you need to understand that when you're going more far, your colors need to be cooler. So add some blue, maybe even a little bit purple. You see, here is still dark color, dark green, but here we have some blue color already, and it looks a little bit cooler. And the same we need to do for the all other mountains, but adding a little bit more and more blue colors, and it's getting lighter and lighter when we're going up. To make this color lighter, I'm taking a little bit more water, and let's start another mountain. So guys, there is the link on my Patreon where you can see some more of my some more of my painting, some more of my reference which I'm using, and also you can get my feedback when you're learning. It's very important, especially for the beginning, because sometimes you can just make mistakes and repeat them from each picture to another one. But it's very nice for the beginners when you have someone to guide you. So I just started my Patreon. I also plan to share every month some of my inspiration, some of very good books or artists. So I will share some of my story too here. I'll just want to make very nice and good community, and we all can speak and inspire each other, we all can learn together, and I can help you a lot and you will believe in yourself much more. So if you want to be in this community, please welcome by this link. A support of me would be from $5, so I will be very happy to see you there. Okay, so the next step is river, and first we need to mix color. It's something same as mountains color but much darker, and now I'm mixing ultramarine, sky blue, a little bit of purple and a little bit of green. And first we're doing only sides very dark as you can make it, and then we leave in middle just white. So first we made these two lines, and now on my brush there is some water, and we're doing quite transparent horizontal lines to the sides, actually to the middle, yeah, and we're making them different size everywhere. So somewhere leave a little bit more white, somewhere less, and same from the another side. First it will look a little bit light, but exactly near the grass it should be very dark, because it's reflections from the dark on the water. When we're going up, it's almost, let's say, blue everywhere, not much light in the middle, and still some lines. So next layer would be even more dark. You can just take some color which you mixed before and don't put your brush through the water. And to make it even more intensive, I'm mixing a little bit more. So watercolor, working like this. If you have more color and less water on your brush, it looks darker. If you need to make it lighter, you just put in your brush to the water. And all the watercolor about finding the balance between water and color. So now I'm doing small lines, they're a bit smaller, darker lines can be a bit shorter. And with the same color doing those small tourists on this boat. So we can see only silhouettes because light is going from this side, from let's say light going to their face, and we can see only the silhouettes. And for the next step, I'd like to, so now you just need to look at your artwork and see what you want to add, where you feel like you need to do something else. So for me, that was so empty here on the second plan, and I'd like to make some more details for these rice fields, but not too dark. It's far and it should be transparent and light. If you feel like you need to erase somewhere some lines, you can still do it if that was light. And also, please stay a little bit far from your artwork sometimes to see some mistakes if you have them. It can be not mistakes, but something what you wish to add. So now I'm just adding some grass. You can use very small brush, or you can use brush. I will show you now how it looks. For me. Or you can do some small details with the black pen. So this brush you can use also for the grass, because it's very easy. Look, I just take some color and doing one move, and in one move we can see so many grasses. After one move. So it's just a little bit faster. And now when I stand, I found this mistake that it's not mistake, but I wish this side would be a little bit more dark, and I wish to have some coconut trees on this side, and also do this one a little bit darker to put it on the first plan, to make it looks like it's closer to us. Even a little bit more dark, I wish to do this this mountain. So about black lines, it's up to you, make them or not. Okay, my artwork finished. My name is Sasha Fishler. Thank you so much for being with me. There is my Instagram. You can subscribe here too. And it's time to say you thank you so much for being with me. Please don't forget about like and subscribe to my channel. That would be the best feedback for me. If you had this tape, paper tape, it's time to get it off and enjoy your artwork. Hope to see you guys on the next videos. Bye bye.